You know that super powerful computer you carry around in your pocket? The one that connects you to, well, everything? What if I told you there's a ghost from the 90s still haunting it, leaving a door wide open for your data? Let's dig in.
Okay, so picture this. You're walking down the street, right? Your phone's showing full bars of 5G, everything's great. But could some device nearby, with no wires, nothing, actually trick your phone into connecting to a fake network instead of your trusted carrier?
Believe it or not, the answer is yes, it absolutely can. And what's crazy is that the reason this is even possible isn't some brand new, super sophisticated hack. Nope, it's a design choice. A flaw, really, that goes all the way back to the 90s, back when the very first digital cell networks were being dreamed up.
All right, so to really get this, we gotta meet the bad guy in this story. It's a thing called an IMSI catcher. But honestly, you can just think of it as a fake cell tower.
So how does this IMSI catcher work? Well, it basically screams out a cell signal that's way stronger than the real towers around you. And your phone? It's programmed to be an opportunist. It sees that super strong signal and thinks, hey, that's the best connection around, so it latches right on, not knowing it's a trap.
And once your phone is connected to that fake tower, well, that's when the bad stuff happens. The person running it can grab your phone's unique ID, they can listen in on your unencrypted calls, read your texts, they can even track where you are physically. Yeah, this is a major threat to your privacy.
So you're probably asking, how on earth is this possible? To get the answer, we need to jump in a time machine. We're going back to the late 80s, early 90s, right to the moment the 2G network was born.
You really have to put yourself in the shoes of the engineers back then. Their biggest worry wasn't protecting you from a fake tower, it was protecting the phone company from people trying to get free calls. Plus, the phones themselves were, well, they were bricks. They had basically no processing power, so heavy-duty security was just not an option. And they made this one giant assumption, that the only people who would ever run a cell tower would be, legit phone companies. Whoops. And all of that led to this one single critical flaw. It's simple. The network always verifies your phone's identity, but your phone, it never verifies the network's identity. It's a total one-way street. Your phone just has to trust.
Okay, here's a good way to think about it. Imagine a nightclub bouncer. With the old 2G system, the bouncer, that's the network, asks for your ID. You show it, he lets you in. You just trust he actually works there. But with modern networks, it's a two-way street. The bouncer asks for your ID, but then you get to ask, hey, let me see your security badge. That's what we call mutual authentication. Both sides have to prove who they are.
All right, let's geek out for just a second and see exactly how this one-way trust thing falls apart in practice. We're going to look at something called the Authentication Handshake. So when your phone connects, it has this quick little chat with the tower. Your phone says, hey, it's me. The tower gives it a little math puzzle. Your phone uses a secret key on your SIM card to solve it and sends the answer back. The tower says, yep, that's correct. Come on in. But wait, what's missing here? See, there's no point where your phone gets to give the tower a puzzle to solve. It just assumes it's legit.
Now, obviously, the people designing these networks eventually realized, uh-oh, this is a huge problem. So as our phones and networks got more powerful, they definitely started working on a fix.
And you can see that evolution really clearly here. With 3G, they made that mutual two-way authentication mandatory. Finally. Then with 4G and 5G, the encryption got way stronger, and your phone's unique ID, that IMSI number, think of it like its social security number, got way more protected. In 5G, it's basically hidden.
So, that's it, right? Case closed. We've got our fancy 5G phones, mutual authentication is standard, we're totally safe from those old 2G shenanigans. Problem solved. Or is it? Yeah, unfortunately, there's a twist.
And this is where we get to the final and kind of scary piece of the puzzle. This is the real ghost in the machine. It's an attack that lets these IMSI catchers use that old 30-year-old flaw against even the newest iPhone. It's called a downgrade attack.
So what exactly is a downgrade attack? It's actually pretty clever. The bad guys know they can't crack the security on a 4G or 5G network. It's just too strong. So they don't even try. Instead, they trick your phone into giving up that secure connection and forcing it to fall back, to downgrade, to the old insecure 2G protocol.
And how do they pull that off? Well, your phone has one main job above all else: stay connected. It's built with backwards compatibility in mind, so if it can't find a 4G or 5G signal, it will absolutely connect to a 2G network just to make sure you can still make a call. Attackers exploit this.
Their fake tower just blasts out a really strong fake 2G signal, and your phone thinks, well, I guess this is all that's available, and connects right up.
And here's the kicker. The second your phone is on that 2G network, it doesn't matter if it's the latest and greatest model. It's now playing by rules from the 1990s. It's right back in that world of one-way trust, where it has no way to check if the tower is real. And just like that, it is completely vulnerable.
So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that our phones, for all their amazing modern security, still carry the DNA of their ancestors. And as long as they're built to be backwards compatible, to be able to talk to these ancient, insecure networks, they can always be tricked into going back to a time when they were a lot more naive and a lot more vulnerable. Your phone is brilliant, but can it ever truly escape its past? Something to think about.